Hello and welcome to VGC Progress Report number 4. I just wanted to do another team building one. We did this in episode 2 when Isle of Armor came out. But with Series 6 being a very different meta game, I wanted to do another team building one and kind of just make a team that I thought would have performed like incredibly well. Obviously, when you see the test battles, you'll see that it doesn't really have the best win rate, and when you see team building, you'll kind of see a lot of issues. However, I still wanted to upload it and show kind of what I was thinking and explain that process to you guys. So I knew going into this team builder that Arcanine was going to be very, very important, because Arcanine both threatens Amoonguss and can set a fast safeguard. However, something I wanted to do with my Arcanine in particular was make it so that it could be faster than Dracozolt and Dracovish, with it being max speed plus speed nature, so that I could fire off a safe Will-O-Wisp into it, so we burn it and completely neuter its damage. So with this Arcanine, we have to run 100 speed on it because of that. But it also allows it to outspeed a lot of the metagame, because a lot of this current new metagame is very, very slow. And I think Arcanine actually is going to be incredibly good in this metagame. So some of the things with team building is I don't have to worry about Rillaboom anymore, and that allows for a lot more niche water types. As you'll see later on, as you'll see, as we have Mantine on the team. Which isn't a Pokemon that really saw any use outside of being a niche rain sweeper, but is now seeing a lot more use now that it is, I think could see a lot more use now that Rillaboom doesn't exist, and that rain is going to be more powerful. I could see a lot more Mantine in this metagame, but Mantine also offers like Water Absorb, which means I can switch in. I can switch out Arcanine into a water attack so that we can avoid taking the water hit and heal Mantine up in the same process. It also allows Mantine to 1v4 a lot of rain teams if they lack something like Raichu or Jolteon or something along those lines, just because Mantine is so specially defensive that it can live those hits. It also walls Urshifu completely. And then, as well, we're running Rotom Wash because of that. And we also have Clefairy, Braviary, because I think Braviary is very, very good right now. I think Clefairy you're either running Clefairy or Amoonguss on your team, and I wanted to do Clefairy. And then I have Duraludon as an anti-trigger measure, and Rotom Wash, as a just another like secondary offensive Pokemon. But as I realized by the end of team building, and with these team building videos, I kind of just one-shot the builds just to kind of do it very quickly. I don't spend as much time as I should on the teams. I might do that in a future one where I go like my full team building process, but I've kind of been saving that for when events come back and I start breaking down like the teams I go to events with, and I do those team building ones. So who knows? Maybe sometime in 2021 we will see that video come out. But as I noticed, this team became very, very defensive, because we have a defensive Arcanine, we have Clefairy, we have Mantine, and then we have a little bit of a supportive Duraludon. It is max special attack, but its main purpose is to detail out Dusclops and obliterate Hatterene if I see Hatterene with Flash Cannon. So it is a very, very defensive team, and it doesn't have a ton of offensive pressure. The really only offensive pressure we have is Braviary and Rotom Wash after Rotom Wash sets up its nasty plot. But because of that, like we already lack the ability to take KOs really quickly, which we will go over in the test battles. So hopping into the test battles, I very quickly realized how good of a defensive lead Arcanine and Mantine is. It can shut down a lot of teams just by simply like snarling, roosting, scalding, burning things to slowly chip down their team enough so that something like Braviary can come in and clean up. However, that is really the best thing this team can do, is have Mantine slowly wear down and chip down the enemy team, well being able to pull off, well being able to shut down like super physically offensive leads or things along in that nature. This team is also incredibly weak to electric types, and I realized that after building it, that we have Braviary weak to electric, Rotom weak to electric, and Mantine quad weak to electric. However, because of that, it does let us... it does mean this team can be easily adapted. We can put our own Raichu on the team and fix that weakness. So if we were to replace any Pokemon to be Duraludon or Rotom Wash, and we can put Raichu on the team, which will give us a very good option in Rain, as well as being able to stop or kind of mitigate our electric weakness. Mantine by itself can also easily wear down teams by simply stalling it out. Mantine can 1v4 most Rain teams. Like if they're Kingdra Urshifu, Politoed, something else, like sure, we're going to have issues with the Mantine, with like a Raichu. But if we can get rid of that Raichu, then Mantine can easily 1v3 those Pokemon and take them out, because we'll just roost off the damage, keep scalding, eventually we'll get a burn, and burn damage will tick up over time. Or they'll just give up because their Kingdra can't beat us, or their Urshifu can't beat us. Bandit Urshifu, it suffers a lot against our team, which isn't very common, but if it locks itself into something like Surging Strikes, I can just switch in Mantine, and Mantine will just get fully healed the entire time. We also very much suffer against Gastrodon. Gastrodon gives us a lot of trouble because we have no grass moves on the team, and I think the absence of Rillaboom is going to make Gastrodon really, really big, so that we need to be a little bit more careful about that one. Rotom Wash and Duraludon are super situational, and honestly, I think they should be cut from the team. I think having two different offensive Pokemon, having something like maybe a Porygon Z on the team would help our team a lot, because we do struggle to pick up KOs, and Urshifu is a non-threat to Arcanine Mantine, right? So if I see an Urshifu and I have PZ on the team, that would be a little bit more scary, but because I can just lead Arcanine Mantine and start to just wear down that Urshifu and keep it from really doing anything effectively, then I can have PC in the back to clean up, kind of deal. I can also adapt the team to have a rained mode, make Mantine more offensive, and switch out and that way I only have two defensive Pokemon in the form of Arcanine and Clefairy, while also being Mantine can still sit on teams because it has a base 140 special defense. And then this team in general really struggles to pick up the different KOs outside of just leading Braviary and Clefairy and going for Helping Hand Airstreams or Helping Hand Knuckles into things. Honestly, I should be running a max strike move for speed control, because the speed control in this team is also lacking. It's pretty limited to just Icy Wind on Clefairy or Tailwinding on Mantine, or just spamming max Airstream on Braviary, but that doesn't help against a lot of different teams. Because a lot of teams are either going to be Trick Room or Rain right now, and I think I should adapt like that. I feel like, as well, this team could benefit from having just a couple other max options, because Braviary and Rotom are really the only ones I feel comfortable maxing in most matchups. However, something like a PZ or a Lapras or something along those lines would really, really help the team. So overall, I think the way that you would improve this team is take away Duraludon and Rotom Wash, add something like a Raichu to help it, maybe pivot Mantine into being a little bit more offensive, and then also having like a PZ or another special attacker that really likes having things redirected away from it that can blow up things on the enemy team. And I think that would make the team a lot better to use, and I think it would also make it a lot more interesting for our team in particular to just kind of work a lot better. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts at the moment with this team. I think going further into Series 6, we'll see the meta develop a lot more, and I might revisit the topic, although I have a sneaking suspicion that Tundra comes out this month, seeing as that Series 6 ends by the end of September. So we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.